Yes! Girl, it feels so good. Hey girl, hey, it's me, Amber D, and thank you so much for coming through for another video. If you haven't already, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, girl, so as you may or may not know, I have claimed this year, 2024, as my Kobe year. Ultimately, what that means is instead of resolutions, I have set a goal for each month to accomplish, keeping Kobe's Mamba mentality in mind. So by the end of the year, I'm 100% better off than where I was as I started the year. Especially with this being the first year going into my 40s, I just want to make sure I'm making the best of all of my efforts. So last month, I updated my daily habits and routines to better reflect who I am now and who I want to be by the end of the year, to make sure I set myself up for success to reach all the goals I've set for myself for this year. And this month, I've really been focusing on my budget and how I can reach my financial goals by the end of the year. So let me hop in the shower right quick and I'll tell you what I got going on. Okay, girl, so before we really get into it, let me give you a quick skincare update. Since we get into some PM skincare, I've been really enjoying skincare cycling, like in my PM skincare routine, cycling out different products with different ingredients, just kind of get to be able to work all the ingredients I want into my skincare routine, especially the ones that you can't use on the same night. So I'm just kind of cycling products in and out at night. And I'm a creature of habit. I love a good routine, but now like mixing in these different routines has all kind of become sort of my big routine, and I really like it. I mean, not only am I seeing results from it, but I really like it. If you've been here for a minute, then I was looking for a product because I had like little bitty puffy pockets right underneath the eye. Not nothing bad, but like just before my birthday last year, I started trying to find a good eye product to kind of help with puffiness, and I tried a product, broke me out, and that was the whole thing. And then I recently just finally, after doing more Googles, more research, I settled on another product. I had really high hopes for this eye gel, and it did not work at all how I was expecting it to work. So I thought it was like, I thought it was just an eye gel. You put it on, and like most people have a little bit of puffiness, more so in the morning when they wake up. So you put it on and it helps with your puffiness. And then by the end of the day, or at the very least when you wake up the next day, the same amount of puffiness that you always have is back, and you put it on and it works for the day, and so on and so forth. And nah, boo, that's not how it was working. I started using it exactly 2 weeks ago. This morning was day 14. I use it every single morning for the last 14 mornings. And by morning 5, this little eye pocket was completely gone. Like when I woke up, it was gone. It was not there anymore. Like it just stopped coming back. It completely went away. And I was not expecting this little $6 eye product to make it go away completely. Now, granted, there wasn't a lot going on under there, but it's it's gone. I didn't realize this product was more like a product that was gonna work. I mean, granted, it has the yerba mate in it, which is like a natural caffeine. I had never heard of it before I found this product, so I looked up to see what that is and what it does. And I actually found out that they have like energy drinks and stuff with yerba mate in it. Um, Very interesting. But this little eye swelling pocket puffiness was a little bit bigger. It took a full 2 weeks. Like just yesterday or today is when I noticed that this one was completely gone and finally didn't come back. It was a little bit bigger on this side anyway to begin with, but baby girl shocked me very much so. I mean, I was not expecting this to make it go away. I was not expecting it to work so quickly. And even better is that it didn't break me out. Like my skin is having no negative reaction to it, only positive. I love it. But anyway, let me focus, girl. But getting to the point, so I've really been focusing these last couple years on my budget and my savings goals and how I can work saving more into my budget. And, this year being my Kobe year, I wanted to step it up a notch. I did, really good last year as far as saving and reaching the savings goals I set for myself last year. I didn't have the highest goal to set or to reach last year, but I did reach it. And it was nice to be able to finally reach a savings goal, because I had kind of fell short for the past couple of years. I'm not gonna lie. My savings goal is where I fell short. My goals for the year, my resolution for the year, whatever you want to call it, the past couple of years, that's kind of where I fell short. And so last year, 2023, I set the goal a little bit low, but I did reach it, and I felt like it kind of helped set me up to, build my confidence in that particular area so that I can continue to reach higher and continue to have higher and higher savings goals for myself. I just had to be able to check one off first, to kind of be able to boost my confidence in that realm. But so just very, very recently, I have made the biggest leap forward in my budget and my overall savings goal. And girl, it feels so good. So just earlier this month, I paid my last car note. I am completely 100% car note free. Yes! Girl, it feels so good. It feels so good. I've paid off a car before. I've had a car before and paid it off. But this is my first brand new car that I was the first owner that I got fresh off the lot. I paid every car note from start to finish, and that car is completely 100% mine, and it is completely 100% paid off, and that frees up several $100s in my budget to be able to allocate otherwise, especially into reaching my savings goals for the year. Girl, I am so excited. So incredibly excited. I actually just put on one of my new skin cycling products. It's actually the Ordinary Retinol. It's 0.2% retinol in squalane. And it's a new product for me. I just, when I actually tried that first eye product that broke me out, the main reason I tried it is because it was supposed to help with puffiness, but it also had retinol in it, which was another ingredient I was wanting to try. And that product didn't work. It wasn't because of the retinol, thank God. It was actually because of the pumpkin extract that was in it. My skin didn't like. So I did more Googles and I did more research, and I found another retinol product. And, it's from The Ordinary, which I've been using the peeling solution from them for several months now. So I decided to move on to another Ordinary product, and I really, really, really been loving it. Now, it is an oil. As you can see, I was really, really, really oily when I first started putting it on. It is an oil. Squalane is a natural oil. And as someone who is super incredibly oily, I've always shied away from face oil type products. I've known for a while that face oils can be beneficial even for oily skin. And when face oils first started, being really popular several years ago, I tried one. It wasn't the right one for me, and it was very, very bad. And I kind of stayed away from skin oils and everything like that ever since. But I did more Googles, like I said, and I looked into this particular one. And squalane is a natural oil that your body does produce anyway. And it's also naturally formulated to not break you out. It's not going to clog your pores. So I'm about 5 weeks into using this retinol. And when I was learning more about retinol and how it works, the main two reasons that I'm using it for its benefits is for it helps with aging skin, fine lines and wrinkles. It helps to keep everything nice and tight. But it also helps with acne. And as somebody with oily skin and acne prone skin, I was really looking to get some retinol and, find a product that I could get some retinol in. So several months after starting the retinol journey, I finally found this one. And like I said, I'm about 5 weeks in. I did learn that as far as retinol helping with acne, it takes about 4 weeks before you see results. And I can honestly say that was about the case for me. About four weeks in is what I stopped seeing any breakouts at all. And then my breakouts were kind of coming on a revolving head. Like when I would see one in a certain area, one or two, and then right as those were gone, I would see like another two popping up somewhere else. And it was just like they weren't necessarily getting really big or really bad, but they were just kind of there always, in one spot or another. And I haven't seen it like in the past week and a half. I've had like nothing. And if anything does pop up, and this is no exaggeration, it's gone like within 24 to 48 hours. Like it doesn't even become like a whole thing. And most of what I've been seeing has been gone. Like if I wake up and see anything, it's gone by the time I'm doing my PM skincare routine. Or if I see something like at night when I'm doing my PM skincare routine, it's pretty much gone by the time I wake up in the morning. And that's because like the retinol is finally like fully in my system, I guess. And it's doing this thing. It's down in there, and it really for sure is doing this thing. Like I can definitely see a difference in my acne. And then of course, since I'm not getting any new acne, I'm not getting any new dark marks. So my niacinamide, like my brightening toner, has been working. My vitamin C, like everything is working better because I'm not continuously fighting against new acne. Thank God. But I've been using this every night on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I'm cycling this in on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturday night. I use just this. I use my niacinamide toner because you're supposed to use your water-based products first before you use this oil. And on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday night, it's the only thing I use in the evening. When I first showed you my 40-ish skincare routine when I was doing my Road to 40 series, that skincare routine is everything I was using in that skincare routine is 100% still in use. That skincare routine has just become my AM skincare routine. I've switched out from using the Anti-Wrinkle and Firming Eye Cream from Equate in the morning. I just use the one from Good Molecules in the morning, and then the one from Equate that I was using before I was using AM and PM, I just use PM now. And then on Sundays and Wednesdays, I'm still using my peeling solution from The Ordinary, and all the other products, like I'm still using everything that I was using before, just the eye gel and the adding in that retinol, adding into my my cycling, my skincare cycling is the only difference. And I've seen such a major change in my skin, especially in the way of acne, just by adding in the one product. I've seen a major difference in the puffiness under my eye just by adding in the one product. So as far as the retinol goes, it says it takes like after the 4 weeks that you see the results from the acne, it can take an additional 4 to 8 weeks for you to start to see the full results from as far as the the fine lines and wrinkles, the firming. So like I said, right now I'm about 5 weeks in. I'm about another 3 weeks-ish from starting to see results for the fine lines and wrinkles and the tightness. But I can honestly say I'm already seeing results from that too. I am excited to see what things are looking like in another 3+ weeks. But so far so good. Like I'm really loving where my skin is right now on my makeup free days, on my makeup days. I'm not even missing not using a primer because my skin is just in a really, really good place. You know, I struggled finding a primer and I just finally gave up. I couldn't find a primer that worked, that didn't break me out. I couldn't find a setting spray that worked, that didn't break me out. So I was just like, you know, I'm just going to wing it. I'm just going to be out here primerless. And I'm not missing a primer. I'm not missing a setting spray. I feel like everything is looking good. And as oily and shiny as my face and my neck look right now, as long as I've been rubbing it in, like in the next, I would say like 10 to 15 minutes, it's going to soak in on its own even more. And my skin is just going to be even more soft and supple and smooth and butter-like. It's just so good. So if you are of a certain age, or if you have a certain, you know, struggle with acne, I would highly recommend finding a good retinol for you. The one from The Ordinary is like $8. This is their lowest percentage of retinol. Once I'm done with this bottle, I'm going to up it to the next percentage, which is 0.5% retinol. And then after that bottle is gone, as long as it's still looking good for me, I will go up to their full strength, which is just 1% retinol, all still in squalane. They do have another one that's in a different formulation, and I think it may be a little bit stronger. I don't have any plans to use that one, at least not anytime soon. But so far, so good with this formulation of retinol. I'm loving it. I'm loving the results from my skincare. I'm loving the results from paying off my car note and being able to allocate that money otherwise. Like my plan for the money that I was spending on, you know, to pay my car note each month, I'm going to divide it into 3. So a third of that money will go towards my husband and I's joint savings. A third of that will go towards my own personal, Amber D savings. And then a third of that I plan to just leave alone and not do anything with. I just want to leave it in my checking account and be able to add more padding into my checking account. So that's how I've allocated, how I'm going to divvy up what I was spending on my car note so that I can reach my savings goals. And then, you know, by the end of the year, I will have surpassed my savings goals. I'll be able to check it off early and then continue to keep saving and saving and saving. So that's the goal. That's what's been going on for me and my 2024 Kobe year journey. I hope you were doing something spectacular and very Mamba-like mentality with your Kobe year, your 2024. But that's what's been going on for me, and so far so good. I'm loving my results. I'm loving my drive, my motivation, my Mamba mentality, and I plan to keep it up. I plan to keep it up and go even harder. I mean, seeing such good results from staying focused, staying consistent, staying on my Zoom, there's no way it just makes you want to go harder. It just makes you, you know, want to reach your goals that much better. Every time you're able to check something off of your to-do list, every time you're able to complete a goal, it just builds your confidence that much higher, especially when it comes to self-confidence and self-love. We all should be striving for a little bit more. So that's what's been going on with me. It's really, really been working. And like I said, I plan to keep it up. But that is the end of tonight's skincare routine. I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Thank you so much for watching all the way through. If you haven't already, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.